this short tutorial, we're going to check how to set up Telegraph, influxdb, and Grafana tools. If you go to the github.com/mxr peer/telegraph influxdb grafana, then you can find there the description, you can find there the Docker compose file, telegraphs, configuration files, and the to-do. Here are the simple steps. If you clone this project, so git clone, and you can use this URL. Here are the steps. You have to run the Docker compose up, and then you have to install the telegraph tool. On Mac, you can use brew install telegraph. If you're on another operating system, for example Linux, you can use the wget. Here's the address, and then you have to install the package. On the third step, you have to copy the telegraph conf to the specified location where you want. Here it is an example. Telegraph conf, you have to set here the URL, username, password, and the plugins you wish to use. And then you have to start the telegraph. And then I'm going to show you how to set up the Grafana. So let's go now to a terminal and let's add it. Now the doc compose YAML file, you can see here we have two services. We have Grafana, it runs on port 3000, and it depends on the InfluxDB. So first we have to start the InfluxDB. InfluxDB, it runs on port 8086. And we have here some environment variables. We set what kind of database to use. The name of the DB will be Telegraph. Enable the admin. We have the admin username admin, and we have a password, secret password, and also we create a user like a Telegraph user. This user will have a secret password as password. Okay, so let's quit from this and let's run the command docker compose up. And what we see here that they're running. If you go up, you see that Grafana is running, InfluxDB is running, everything is all right. Okay, so now what we have here, we have the telegraph configuration. I already installed the tool. So let's check this file. Okay, here what I had to edit is the URL. The URL for the InfluxDB is here, so it's running on localhost. And then what I have to check is the username, password. The username is admin, and the password is the secret password. I already show you that we set this as an environment variables in the Docker compose file. And if we go to the end of the file, here we can see that what kind of plugins we try to use, the memory, the disk usage, processes, system, whatever. So it works. So what we have to do now is that we run the telegraph telegraph config and our telegraph configuration file. Let's hit enter. The flash interval is 10 seconds. Here we can see that the loaded inputs are processes, system, disk queue, CPU, memory, and disk. So it's okay. And you see that this telegraph is already posting data into the database. Okay, Docker PS, we see that the Grafana and the InfluxDB is running. The Grafana can be reached here on this IP address and port. So let's switch here on let's go to the local host. You have to log in, admin, and admin is the default password. Login. It requires a new password, so admin, okay, never, and then we have to create a data source. So if you go here, you can see that I already created a data source. So you can use the add data source, and here use the influxdb. Let's say this will be the second one. Where is the URL? The URL basically is, and let's go back here and let's do a cat compose YAML file. You can see here the basic settings. So it's influxdb, so you can copy everything from here. It's on influxdb and it's on port this one. It's a server, basic authentication. What is the user? The user will be admin and the password. Let's copy from here. Secret password. The database, also we have here, it's telegraph. Telegraph, the user is telegraph. The password, again, is secret password. That's a very easy one, and we choose a get. Each time we try to refresh the information on the screen, we use HTTP get, time interval, let's say 10 seconds, and now we have to click the save and test. You see that data source is working now. So now we have to create a dashboard. If you go to grafana.com/grafana dashboards, then you will find a lot of, okay, I'm going to copy this one, this URL. Let's go to the dashboards. Here you can see a lot of dashboards. Here I'm going to say the macOS and the data source is InfluxDB. I would like to see everything, and here I have one. I click this one, and here's the number of this dashboard. Let's copy ID to the clipboard. Let's go to Grafana. Here you click the plus sign, import. Let's copy the ID here, load. Let's rename to 2. Change the UID, it will be 11. And we require it from InfluxDB. You can choose whatever put source, but let's use this one. And I'm going to say import. And you see the dashboard here. Refresh interval I'm going to set to 2 seconds, and this is the time. And let's say I want to see everything from the last 15 minutes. And you can see here that I already see the average load per CPU, the memory usage of my machine, the networks, how it is used, the disk operation, and here I can select something and check different periods, which is very, very good. So what kind of data you can show here near everything. If you need anything more, then go here to the dashboards and you can search whatever you just want. So I'm going to delete this one and let's say I'm going to say Java. And you see that when we would like to monitor some Java applications, here you can see a lot of stuff. Monitor stack, yeah, Java stack. Here you can see the overview, what we like to use. Here you can see the collector configuration details. So you have to put this into the telegraph configuration file, which is very, very important. Here you can check the different pictures, what is happening, what kind of data can this dashboard provide. So it's very, very useful. So what you have to do, go to the github.com, check this telegraph influxdb grafana project, clone this project somewhere on your local machine, and follow these 5 steps, and everything will work as it should. Thank you very much for your attention. Bye.